good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the Southern Magic Podcast. Tonight I am joined by Coffee and Will. Say hi,
Whoa.
y'all.
No,
Oi.
No, boy.
no,
I
Matt, Matt,
I
Matt.
what?
I went
What?
4-0 at my pre-release.
Your pre-release?
At my pre-release, yeah, I did the thing where I opened 3
No rare
uncolor
Abzan?
rare. What?
No rare Abzan?
I did play Abzan.
Yeah.
I did play
No rare
Abzan.
Abzan, the MVP of pre-release.
Yeah,
0 rares, all Abzan.
I just wanted to play Abzan because I was just like, yeah, I mean, it's my rock is green black, and I was like, yeah, sure, we'll get white on that. And then I pulled 3 on-color rares, and I pulled, I think it was 5 of the tricolored fixings in the color too. I was like, oh, it doesn't matter what I play. I'm just perfect. Cool. So what is it? I played against what is it? Mardu, Jeskai, Teamer, and then Mardu, and I just rolled everybody. It was a great time. So this new set is kind of fun. Like I mean, the sealed format is a ton of fun. It made me think maybe I do want to go to Denver like next week, but I'm like, that flight would be tomorrow. So
I mean, that's kind of
but
on brand. Like, wasn't like Tarkir like notoriously like really? I shouldn't say notorious. Like, it was a fun sealed format, wasn't it?
yeah, it's the fixing is great. I mean, in the uncommon slot you have Triland, so you can just do silly stuff like I said, I played Abzan and I splashed blue specifically just for 1 blue rare that I got. It was like a dragon that like when it enters the battlefield you can bounce 2 things, or it has like not adventure but the omen mechanic where you can draw 3 and then discard a card. And I was like, well, this card's just sweet because it just keeps going back in your deck. And then the Rakasha's bargain, the one that's just look at the top 4. So I would keep just 3 land hands, and if I don't get a land, it's like, all right, well, I'm getting a land. This is happening. So we just gotta make it happen. So
Oh yeah.
no, it was fun. And then our friend Kenneth looked at me and says, "Do you feel like you're good at the game?" I was like, "I don't have to feel like I'm good at the game. I am good at the game. I just 4-0'd at a pre-release, so that means I'm the best player that's ever existed, right?" Yeah.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
in that room at that moment, yes,
No,
I
I'm the
believe
best. I'm the
so.
best.
I've
I'm
had
the
those
best.
moments. I've
Yeah,
had
where
those
you're
moments
like,
too.
"I'm so good at this game," and then you get in the car with me. I'm like, "You ain't nothing." So that'll be us at AL.
Yeah.
That'll be us at AL this weekend.
Yeah.
You're gonna win your thing. I'd be like, I hope you.
Rough.
It's the. Have you ever seen the picture? It just says, don't let a good day change the fact that you've become a failure," or something like that.
What? Where
I'll
did you
find it for you. We'll make it the picture. It
Yeah,
says
please.
like, "Don't let a good day change the something about the failure you've become." I don't know. Josh sent it to me once. I'll find it for you.
Yes,
And
please.
I'll just. Yep.
It being Josh is very on brand.
Yeah.
The most
I'll
on
get him
brand.
this. I'll get this sent.
Yeah, that's a pretty good front runner for the thumbnail then, if that's the case. I almost not to detract away from the Magic talk, but too much, but I almost did not make our recording time because I have been going so hard in Assassin's Creed Shadows.
How is it?
I am addicted to that game.
Yeah.
So it is Ubisoft slop with just like a bunch of map markers and microtransactions and shit all over it. But like the way I kind of look at it is like, you know, sometimes you just want a Big Mac from McDonald's. You know, like, you know, it's bad for you.
Mac
Like,
come with Minecraft toys this time, so why would you not want a Big Mac? It's like the same cost.
Flint and Stone. But no, I've been having a ton of fun with that. Like, I've just been marathoning that.
You ever yell chicken jockey at the minimum wage worker and just set their car on fire?
What is chicken jockey? Is that a Minecraft term?
Yeah, it's so there's a regular jockey. I might get this wrong. There's a regular jockey, which is spider. It's a spider jockey. It's a spider with a skeleton, And then there is a baby version, which is a chicken with a baby zombie. And that's a chicken jockey.
Oh,
And
well, okay.
yeah, we should go. Have you seen the freaking memes of the theaters when he says chicken jockey? And they literally like, there's been people that shoot fireworks off in the theater, and they call the cops. It's awesome.
I have.
It's awesome.
So I have heard about that there has been some upset parents, understandably so.
God,
I would have
yes.
been very upset if you like, because can you imagine if you took your kid to go see a kids movie and you go in there and there's just a bunch of animals like just screaming and hollering at the screen. It's almost like what happened with Wicked. Like there were like movie theaters that were like denying showing Wicked because people would just go in there and sing the entire movie.
Singing.
Yeah, so it's
so weird. Those movie theater people don't get paid enough to deal with that.
No,
one of my
absolutely
first
not.
thoughts I ever like that I remember is my dad took me to go see. You remember the Yu-Gi-Oh movie, the one that came with like a special card or whatever? I remember my dad took it, and like I was out of popcorn. I looked at my dad, and he's got his earbuds in. He's listening to like the Braves game or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll leave you alone. But imagine that, but you're taking them to the Minecraft movie. Somebody's got their headphones in, and all you see is just Jack Black saying something, and then just flashbangs going off everywhere. I would call the cops too. So
that would be an experience.
You're just not paying attention, and all of a sudden, popcorn starts flying, fireworks start going off in the theater. just like, what is happening? So, like, as far as I know, like, I haven't seen somebody like going like shooting up a theater or anything like that, but I've seen like kids doing stupid stuff like that where they're just screaming and shooting fireworks. So dangerous stuff, but like nothing like super violent. You gotta stop that.
That's the power of Minecraft. What can you say?
Can you? So my birthday is soon, and by that I mean like 2 months from now. But could you buy me the Jack Black toy?
But your birthday doesn't matter that much. It's not that most important. I didn't celebrate my birthday for 30 years.
What the heck was that?
That was Wings of Redemption.
Why did you have that ready?
He knows you.
I loaded that up specifically because I knew you were going to bring up your birthday.
As it gets closer, I get excited for it, okay?
Oh, I'm so happy every time I get to pull out the Wings of Redemption sound bites. They're great.
There's this Steve toy where it's literally just Jack Black. It's just an overweight man with a beard and a Minecraft sword. And the picture is so funny because it has like a 9-year-old girl playing with it, and it's just Jack Black. He's wearing jeans and a blue shirt with a diamond sword.
I've seen people like going crazy about the Jack Black doll. That's pretty great.
I went to Target looking for it. I couldn't find it. I found the spot where it should be. Couldn't find it. So they're reselling for like $60. Thanks, scalpers. But I don't want it to scalp. I want it to put right there. It's gonna go right there, right by next to Schrock. He's gonna hang out right there.
I would kind of like to get the Jack Black figure.
That or like right here, just like kind of in the corner. So right here.
Ominously, just so you can barely see him.
Yeah, so you can barely see. So you know he's there, but yeah. Right now, a little Bloodborne toy. Yeah, he's hanging out right there. So he's not the same as Steve though.
Well,
so Magic.
Are you excited for Bloodborne 2?
The Nintendo
Bloodborne
Switch
2 looks really good. Yeah,
the Switch 2
the Switch 2 is gonna have not Bloodborne 2.
Definitely
not. Why would you think that?
It's just why? Well, I know why. I was just like, I was interested in getting a Switch 2, and then they announced that. I was like, I have to get it. I have to. My brand.
You're gonna be the villain who rewards the mean tariff people.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna have to get. So it's not coming out till 2026. So I'm hoping that. I need it. I need Bloodborne 2. I'm telling
it's
you,
not Bloodborne 2.
but it's just different enough that it's not Bloodborne 2.
Same
It's not Bloodborne 2.
It's FromSoft's very new game that they definitely didn't have just waiting. So
It's the same key of E as my boy Terrence Howard says.
Same key of E.
I love Terrence Howard.
My boy.
Yeah.
He reinvented math. How can
Yeah.
you not like Terrence Howard?
Yeah, no, he's great. If you want to just like drift off into like psychosis, just listen to a Terry Math video. It's great.
I know this is off topic, but have y'all seen the price of the new Mario Kart game? I'm just upset about it. So I figured out what would make me okay with that price, and it's if there is free DLC for it. That is the only way I would be happy with that price. I don't think it's gonna happen though.
How much is it going for?
$80 for the digital, $90 for the physical.
Yep. For the physical is $100.
Yep. So I would be okay with it only if you get free, if the DLC maps are free afterwards. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I think they're still gonna do the Game Pass and all that. I'm gonna be sad. But Matt, they are selling the tutorial. It's not free. The tutorial for Switch 2 is like $10
to learn
to
how
explore the Switch 2 features.
You said explore. I had to pop that up.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to boost that up. That's such a good soundbite. The Alex Berticini 2 explores.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're a magic podcast. I got on a tangent with Nintendo.
No, it's okay. This is why the people listen. I was actually, I was looking at the views of the last podcast. Actually, was our most popular one, and I was
popular.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's 200 views, which I mean is, with the scale of our channel, is pretty big in the grand scheme of things. Not that big, but you know, we're a small group, so that's understandable. Yeah. That's understandable. I was trying to figure out what we did differently in that one, but I realized one thing that probably helped it, if you said, was I titled the video Orzhov Merfolk. So I wondered how many views of that was people who genuinely liked the content and shared it, versus how many people were looking for Orzhov Merfolk decks or something.
At least 198 of them. So
I was.
Can you name me one Merfolk that would go into Orzhov Merfolk? Just one. Just name one.
Adaptive Automaton.
Sig?
Oh, good job.
Is Sig? There's a. Is he a fish or is he a merfolk? There's one Sig that's like blue.
Sig River Cutthroat.
No, that's the blue-black
one. Black hybrid one.
There's a.
Well, yeah, it's Orzhov.
Yeah.
There's Sig that's like blue-white. Yeah.
Okay, I found one. I found a couple. So there are some white ones. There's Ink Fathom Infiltrator. You know what that one does?
I do not.
It's a 2-mana 2/1 hybrid mana, so it's black or green or blue. And it says it can't block and is unblockable, and it's a 2/1. And then we have Stony Brook Schoolmaster. So whenever it becomes tapped, you may put a 1/1 blue Merfolk wizard creature token into play. Okay. Ooh, market is 30 cents. That's pretty good. Foil's $5 because it's for morning time.
Can we please talk about Dragonstorm?
This is almost Dragonstorm. I'm just trying to find you some Merfolk.
I don't care about Merfolk.
Mire Triton. Remember that card? When it enters the battlefield, you 2 and you gain 2 life. You remember that?
Okay, so according to Goldfish, if we look at Goldfish, looking at Tarkir Dragonstorm is the upcoming. It still hasn't officially released yet, right?
It releases on Friday, which would be
tomorrow. Okay, yes, tomorrow as of this recording. So probably when you're listening to this, it has become standard legal. So
unless you put this on really fast, the editor.
Put this in really fast. No, so man, this is a I'm just gonna say in the grand scheme of things, I think this set looks way more like a commander set
Yes.
than anything else. But that does not mean I think it looks sweet. Ugin is currently pre-selling for $70. And
Okay.
yeah, that's what it's going for. I mean, that's how much the old Ugin was when it first got spoiled, and that card has basically been played ever since.
Yeah.
Um,
there's a few versions of the Ugin too, isn't there? There's a weird one where it's like it's like double-sided. It's the same art, but it's the same card, but it's like one side is like a baby dragon looking thing.
I think I know the one you're talking about. Are you talking about the new Ugin or the old Ugin?
New Ugin.
New
It's
Ugin.
like somebody played it against me. Yeah, it was the front face was just like it looked like normal Magic, and the other one like
I know.
secret layer art. Almost.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, they played that against me, and they had like clear sleeves, and I'm like, it's pre-release, I don't care. Like you could clearly see it through the sleeves, but the guy wasn't cheating. I knew he wasn't.
So I guess just to kind of go around the table, so to speak, what do y'all think is the I don't want to say the best card, because like that kind of you're kind of having to look at all the cards in the terms of the different formats that they could be legal in. So I guess since we're on the eve of modern season for RCQ, are there any cards in this set that have kind of jumped out to y'all as far as like modern playability goes? I mean, I guess I'll start. Like, it's the one that I just keep coming back to, that I mean, I'm just another brick in the wall on this, probably, is the Rakshas's Bargain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that card is amazing. Like,
slaps.
Yeah. It's so good. I'm gonna pull it up on the Google viewer just so we can take a look at it.
Honestly, that was the one format that I wasn't thinking about, because I was like, that card slaps in all of them except for the ones where beans aren't legal. But I think it still is a really good card, because like stock up is a $6 card right now, and this is just better stock up. Like, yeah, you got to play 2 other colors, but like, I don't know, in those colors, I think that's what you're wanting to do, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm thinking it through Legacy. Imagine playing 3 mana draw 3 in Legacy.
Look, 3 mana draw 3 with like 2 of those.
You can dump your Uro or your Life from the Loam or any of that graveyard crap.
Like, that card is unbelievable.
I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out in Legacy this weekend, but we'll see what actually happens through there. But no, I think you're right. I love that card. That card's insane.
There's a modern list that like I'm all the time trying to find like new and better ways to make tempo decks worse. So there is a Murktide list that popped up a couple of times that was Sultai Murktide, that was playing Unearth, Oculus, and had Grist in it. So you could unearth Grist, and I thought that looked pretty sweet. It was playing a couple of Rakshas's Bargains too, so that kind of what made me think about it.
I mean, your past record's been pretty good. I mean, you were on the Oculus train before anybody else was. You bought yours for what, like $5 or something?
$10 each.
For $10 each, and they were what? They shot to 40 at one point or something.
Yeah, they didn't stay that way for long though. I mean, they're probably like 20 now or something, if that much.
The thing is, you were gonna use them. You were gonna use them anyway.
Yeah. No, I was.
It wasn't a spec thing. It was you wanted to play them, and that's usually how it goes. The cards that you think are neat to play, those are the ones that are the ones that spike, and the ones that you spec on, those are the ones that hit the floor. So,
but I'm just gonna say, like, I haven't seen any rares necessarily that or mythics that have jumped out at me, but just for overall utility in like just about every format, I think it's bargain. Like, that card's great. Yeah. So, hey, Coffee, what are your thoughts? Have you had a chance to like look over the set and come to find any favorites or anything?
Yeah, I definitely been pretty cold on modern, so I don't know like with any certainty that this like I guess slots into an existing modern shell because I was gonna say Rockstrauss's bargain as well stands out to me, and Ugin's pretty obvious, but
Mm-hmm.
I really like Nature's Rhythm. I feel like that is breakable. I'd have to find something for it, but I feel like it's very breakable.
It looks
So it's
good. So
kind of a generic green sun. It's 2 green and X. Um, find a search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less and put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. But it has Harmonize, which is a new ability, and that's 4 green and X. You can cast it from the graveyard for its Harmonize cost, and you could tap a creature and replace the like you can basically like use that creature's power to fuel the X
Mm-hmm.
on the graveyard cast. And so if you have like, you know, an exorbitant amount of mana through some type of situation, it's a way to just find like your 2 combo pieces and end it.
It's
Um,
it's just convoke from
so
the graveyard is what it comes down to with Harmonize, isn't it?
no, it's
No?
tapping a single creature
A
and
creature.
add its
Okay, all right.
power to the X.
Okay,
So
yes, my
like if
mistake.
you did something like Emrakul or whatever, you would make X 15 just by tapping it.
You know, I
Um,
can see that being.
and
I can
so
see that
it's
being.
got like it's got this weird motion where I'm like, almost like
it,
I kind of think of like the 2 creature combos. Like this one wouldn't work with it, but like Xenagos Worldspine Worm
no.
and
Mm-hmm.
like stuff like that. Like there's something there, like Kolagon and a big Infector. Like the usual suspects. Um, but like it just feels like there's something you could do there. I just have to look at like the expansive card pool that is modern to find the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Find the dark steel uncommon that breaks it or something like that.
Right. There's got to be like some kind of weird combination to do there. So that one seems pretty interesting to me.
I agree.
And then Corey Steelcutter, just from a prowess perspective, seems kind of interesting.
Ori Steel Cutter.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's 1 in a red. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has trample and haste, but it has flurry, and it's whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 monk, and you can attach his equipment to it. So and it
Yeah,
has
And
this
the
equip.
monk has prowess,
this
Oh,
does look
sorry, yeah, the
like
that's
monk has.
a
important.
That's the good part. Yep.
this
Yeah.
does look like a really cool card. It's like it's red and colorless
Yeah.
and has a bunch of saw blades. Y'all can't see it, so it's not as funny. I googled Quarry Steel Cutter and it just pulled up a bunch of like farming equipment in images. So
Yeah.
that's not
What are y'all talking about?
But it counts itself the turn it comes down,
Corey
which
Corey
is
Steel Cutter. I
yes.
Oh
put
yeah,
in
CORI. Yeah.
I put in quarry like a rock quarry. Okay, so that makes sense.
Oh.
I have
Yeah,
seen
no,
this
less
card.
teeth, but still a pointy spike.
hmm
Yeah, no, that
But
card is
yeah,
sweet.
it counts itself coming in. It's efficient. It's red, kind of mandatory for prowess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes non-red targets, so no easy like core spirit walker thing, anti like pro red stop the bleeding type of things that burn tends to get boarded in against it. Um, so yeah, just seems like an interesting like threading type of threat.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that one does look sweet. That was $10. Huh. People are specking on that then, I guess. Yeah.
It's definitely a standard card without a doubt.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you
The
know,
one
maybe some implications further. Definitely Pioneer. I think Modern might be a stretch, but like Standard and Pioneer, this could splash.
I promise I'll come back. I'll round back to you, Will, but there is one other one that I just thought of that I don't know if this card is good. or not, but I do think this has it is certainly cool. It is the
I think I know the card.
it
I
has
think
the
I know the
cool
card.
factor going for it. I can't remember what it's called, the Snapcaster Mage.
Yep,
You
that's
know what
the
I'm
one.
talking about?
Yep, the teamer.
Songcrafter Mage, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Like,
I I don't know if this card is good. It probably is not. I think in standard it could be good, but let's see. It's teamer mana, 3/2 flash when it enters battlefield. Target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains harmonize until end of turn. Its harmonized cost is equal to its mana cost. So it's, I mean, it's just Snapcaster Mage basically, but you can like flash back a 4 cost for 1, basically.
Yep.
In a way, yeah. Like it's, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be okay in standard, but I'm not. Yeah, it's already like $1. Like I don't think it's going much, but I certainly
Stick
think
on
it.
it. Buy 'em all.
No. It certainly wins my vote for coolest card if I had to pick one next to Ugin.
It's like
Ugin's pretty
you
sweet.
want it to be good. You want it to be good, and you want that want something with it, but you don't think it's going to be.
It's
That's kinda
definitely no Snapcaster Mage at all,
Yeah.
but it's I think it's neat.
Yep.
I think it's a neat little callback. But so I think that comes down to you, Will. What is has anything piqued your interest in the set so far for standard, modern, legacy?
So for modern, not really too much in modern. I've been kind of more interested in standard and legacy at the moment. So for legacy, there's 2, and I'm not gonna talk about Raksha's Bargain. We already talked about that. I mean, you play it with beans, you draw 3. That card's insane. The card that I've been seeing that people have been talking about is actually Mistrise Village, and people have been talking about it in Show and Tell. Because so if you don't know what it does, it's land enters tapped unless you control a mountain or a forest. Add blue, you blue and tap it, and next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. So you just play that. You just play that activated, do Show and Tell stuff. So I've been seeing people talking about that. They're playing it in a Simic shell, I want to say. Let's see if I can find it. It's they're playing more of the Omnitel list. But yeah, they're doing it more for like, I don't know, sideboard stuff. But also when you have omniscience, it doesn't really matter what color mana you're in.
Yeah.
You just play everything for free. So but no, I've been seeing that one pop up a lot. Voice of Victory looks fun, but I think it's more of just a commander card. It's just better Grand Abolisher, but it has Mobilize too, so you can make some dudes. I think it'll be standard playable, but like I don't see it being played in like modern or legacy. But yeah, it says your opponent can't cast spells during your turn.
Voice of Victory. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
Voice of Victory. Yeah. Check it out.
I googled that and all I'm getting. This is so bad. I googled it and all I'm getting is like Kenneth Copeland stuff. Apparently, he had a book called Voice of Victory. So
It is not the same.
it's just
how
me,
much is it?
Wojak, facing, pointing at Kenneth Copeland on this screen.
What's how much is it? Because the card, how much is the book? Because the card is $16. So what's more, the card or the book?
The card is $16.
Yeah, how much is the book?
Oh wait a minute. Oh, it was it's Believer's Voice of Victory. It was a TV show. Apparently.
Oh, okay. So probably the TV show then. I have one other card that I don't think it's good. I just want to do this. Have you seen the card Dragonfire Blade? So it's 1 mana, equipped creature gets +2/+2, has hexproof from monocolored. It's equipped 4, but this ability costs 1 less to activate for each color of the creature it targets. So you play that with Leyline of the Guild Pact. See?
Huh.
See? Yeah. Yeah. So you just play that.
That's pretty sick.
It's bad, but it's really bad. But I'm like, oh,
But so many things that are really cool end up being really bad, though. That's just how the cookie crumbles a lot of the times. Though.
You want to hear about a deck that I almost streamed on our channel? I didn't do it because it was going to be on Arena. It's the worst standard deck I think I've ever thought of. So It is a green ramp. It's a green ramp. I thought about doing this because I was in bronze. I was like, I could easily just get this to gold because I'm just gonna slam my face against the wall until it works. But it'll be mono green, so you ramp until you get doubling season. Then you play Ugin. You ult the Ugin, and these are all in standard. You get 4 Darksteel Colossus, so you get 4 11 mana 10/10s, and then you get 4 Swiftfoot boots because you can.
Okay.
You play all those, and then you get. It was originally Aether Spark, and then I realized that even with doubling, you can't make the mana with it, so you have to play something like Heraldic Banner to then have the mana to equip it. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. I brewed it up and I looked at it. I was like, this sucks. Why did
Oh,
I do
that was a brew that you did. That wasn't like a deck list you saw.
No, that was just something I thought of. So.
Oh.
I'll do it on the channel one day so we can lose some viewers. Be like, oh, he's bad.
He's so bad.
There we go. I was trying to get that in somewhere. Trying to get Osip saying that.
Look, I didn't do it. It was a thought, okay? Honestly, the card that I'm most excited for standard is Elspeth, because now I can just lose the tokens faster. Because that was the issue with tokens before. You were dead, but it would take a bit. But it's like it wasn't guaranteed you were dead. But now that they have Elspeth, now they can kill me faster, so I'm okay with it.
So you want to lose to rabbits more, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. Okay, I want to lose to it equally as much, but faster. I want to be able to be done in 25 minutes instead of having to go to turns and lose 101. So, which I mean, it's just like, yeah, I could concede or whatever, but then we're just in the same spot. So,
yeah. Well,
I like it.
So I think it looks pretty neat. Set looks all right. Like I'm looking for. Thank you. Well, I think so. The other thing we were kind of batting around, and we can go either way. We can talk about deck lists, or we can talk about the price increase of stuff, because that is a trend that Magic in general seems to be going in favor of. So, dealer's choice on what y'all would rather talk about right now.
I think it's insane that I think we're just paying for the IPs. Like all these stuff, we're just paying for the new IPs that are coming out.
It was like Final Fantasy, wasn't it? That like really started this conversation.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel's doing this thing, and there's gonna be a Marvel set. There's gonna be a Final Fantasy. So let's say this. I think they made the pricing before the price came out, but me and a buddy of ours, Kenny, and David from the show are going to Vegas to do MagicCon over there. We looked at the price of the passes. The second tier is like $150, $160, but it comes with 3 packs of Final Fantasy collectors. Those packs are going for $60 each.
Jesus
so
Christ.
I don't know if I'm going to just sell them straight up or just open them, but it's just like, so I can just get so I basically paid $180 to get the collector packs, and that's not even the other stuff that comes with it. So that's insane, because I think it was a booster box is going for like 600 or something of the collector. But the thing is, it's only the collector stuff. I think the regular boxes are going for just the normal price, maybe like a little bit higher because it is Universes Beyond. But like,
I mean that makes sense. Like it's the IP itself, like Final Fantasy, is so gigantic. Like I feel like Wizards knows, Hasbro knows that. Like they're diehard. This is going to be like a huge crossover product where people who have no interest in Magic are going to be picking up cards just because they're big Final Fantasy fans. They want to have their Tifas and Clouds and Chocobos, and I don't know anything about Final Fantasy.
My thing that I think that sucks about, so I like that Final Fantasy is coming here. I like Final Fantasy a lot. I hate that they're targeting people that don't play Magic and are alienating the people that play Magic. Like, from our little group or whatever, I feel like a lot of people saw this and what the heck is this? Because when that Cactar got spoiled, oh my god, every person that played competitive was like, what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
It's funny you bring that one up specifically because one of my friends who is not into Magic actually texts. He's a huge video game fan and a huge Final Fantasy fan. He doesn't really care about Magic. He saw that, texted me the image of it, and he said, "How broken is this card?" And I said, "Not at all." Like it's like I guess you can if you try really hard to break it. I guess you could, but that goes for just about any card in Magic.
I mean, when the whole thing was you could fling it, it's like, all right, we're done here.
Yeah.
Or you can towards it in response to them killing it, and you're like, okay.
Yeah,
But,
neat.
yeah, I mean, from a casual perspective, yeah, it's a cool card, but like,
Yeah.
A single copy is $50 on pre-sale.
Really?
What the weirdest thing about this product is like you see all the prices for the sealed stuff. I feel like standard prices are going to be about the same. Like, I feel like a lot of the cards that are going to be expensive are going to be like the commander cards. It's going to be stuff like that. But I kind of touched on it a little bit in just various groups. But like, have you noticed that the packs and all that have gotten more expensive, but the decks have gotten cheaper? Like, do you remember Modern used to be like all decks were around 1,000 to 1,500. Just looking at the Modern meta game right now,
it's struggling to hit 8.
Yeah, so Boros Energy, this is just the price I see on here. It's gonna vary because of your build, but like top of the I'll just get it. Yeah, past 30 days, Boros Energy's at 850, Murktide's at 800, Eldrazi Ramps at 550, Amulet Titan's actually about at 1,000. What the frick is $1,000 in Amulet Titan? Oh, it's because was it Primeval Titan went up, right? You know why? Because it's banned in Commander, so they haven't reprinted it.
Oh yeah, I guess it's true.
And then Green Suns is up, Amulet's
Green Sun's
up.
very expensive, Scape Shift's very expensive, Amulet's very expensive.
For the Saga. So I just got like stuff like that. But still, like, we're saying that it's an expensive deck. Do you remember when to get into Modern it was at minimum grand?
Oh, easily.
Because fetch lands were like $50 to $60 each at one point.
Yeah, but do you notice like the top, out of the top 5, 2 of the decks don't even play fetches.
Yep, it's insane. So.
Oh yeah,
and then there's like Belcher, just like eking into Modern again, and that's like a bargain deck, right? But even at the Modern scale, the bargain is $429 per goldfish.
I mean, back in the day, like when I first put together Boomerjun, like that was as much as what my legacy deck is now, just about. Like Dark Confidants were $100 a piece, Tarmogoyfs were like 300. Lilies were 100. Like it was just, the entire thing was just a stack of money basically. And but no, you can, I mean, as funny as it to say that we're still talking about like 500, but decks between $500 and $800, like it's probably the most accessible Modern's been in a long time. So
this might also be like a, what's it called, a boomer take or whatever. But you know how people are complaining about Shielder prices being like 70 to 80? You remember when we were playing Modern and Tarmogoyfs were 200, Jaces were 150, like, fetch lands were 50 to 60. They're just like so expensive, which yeah, it is. But like, but it's just like, I remember trading half my collection to get a Jace.
Consumer confidence is pretty down, right? Like,
yeah,
you're gonna make this deck useless with a ban announcement and a new Modern Horizons. I will struggle to even play this deck anymore. So I'll just buy my singular collector booster box of Final Fantasy instead of Eldrazi Ramp, which is like a tier 1 Modern deck right now.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just gonna buy Switch 2 instead of a Final Fantasy collector booster box, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that in jest, but I mean, those are the kind of the decisions people are like having to make nowadays. I mean, like people do not have the disposable income for, so many different hobbies like they used to. So I mean, that's definitely hurting the trading card market and the trading
You got a
card
high
game
paying
scene.
job like us, baby. Let's go. Disposable income. Yeah. Sorry, what?
That's
I got
classic.
Pokemon
Come
over here. I got I got Elden Ring. I got all suck it,
Will
Play.
is
Yeah.
Scrooge McDucking it in his bulk rares.
Yeah. Dude, oh my
Jump into
god.
your
You can
pile
cut
of
this.
bulk rares.
You can cut this if you want, but you can leave it in if you want to.
We did cut it.
Now I'm not allowed back in Colombia.
Oh, okay. That's where you're. That's why you can't go back to Colombia. Yeah, that was a crazy story, man. I'm sure glad that that was such a
I do
detailed
it again
one.
too.
You've got to go. You've got to get me back in when you can to see that. That was crazy. But
Uh-huh.
I think we're right at 45. So I think we will call it there. But it's gonna be a fun weekend. Just to kind of, I'll try to get this posted. Just to kind of wrap up everything. I'll try to get this posted tomorrow morning. Which will be Friday, April 11th. So if anybody in the Alabama area is listening, just to kind of give a quick current events update. JC's House of Cards in the Madison Huntsville area is having their monthly legacy tournament and reserve list proxies for whoever is listening that may be interested but doesn't have access to those. They are doing that Saturday. They actually house their event updates in the Southern Magic Discord, which there should be a link to it, an invite to it in the description of this, wherever you're listening to it. So if you want to jump in there and get the details from them, they're all really nice. The very pleasant people. Everybody is always stoked to play Legacy up there, so that's a lot of fun. Have we got RCQ schedules yet for the Birmingham?
There's a couple that
area?
are trickling in for Birmingham. No, there's a couple that are happening in Huntsville. I think it's the 19th. I think there's a 2-seater happening at High Grounds.
Oh, I did
There's
see
actually
that. Yes.
there's actually a really good resource. It's not near. Well, I mean, it's adjacent to us, but Atlanta has somebody that basically made a spreadsheet of every RCQ that's happening in the Atlanta area. So I'd have to find that one, but it's really cool. It'll list that how many seats it is, what store it's at, what date it is. I think it shows price too, and then if it's modern or sealed. So it's like I could make one for her.
Slicerack.gg
Yeah, that too.
and then just search Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Sponsor
it's
us.
we're on the eve of I guess Magic Summer. Like that's when the summer RCQ or spring RCQ season starts really coming back, and we're going right into modern. So everybody get your Rakshas's bargains and your amulets and your whatever else is played in modern. Start sleeving those up and get some testing in because that'll be fun.
Just dust off Boros Energy, change 3 sideboard cards. You still have the best deck.
Exactly.
Have
Yeah,
fun.
there you go. Yeah, or just play. Yeah, just play play Boros Energy minus a few cards, and you'll be fine. But yeah,
I've been
so
liking the Blink deck a lot. I've really been enjoying that one. So I think what is it? So I've been on that. I know a couple people have been brewing stuff up, but it's a good time. I like that there's a lot of diversity right now in our local meta. So
there is there is a good bit of diversity. People usually end up just playing what they like, which I think is usually what leads to fun play groups. Oh my goodness.